Ivonne, and this is...
Nico Humby.
Yay! How old were you when you started playing music?
No. I think I was 6. Mm-hmm. I saw a guy. I was at elementary school, at this francophone school, and this guy was playing fiddle. And I was like, holy crap. Yeah. So maybe it was 6 or 7, and then I started playing violin. That's it.
Oh, okay.
For like 4 years.
Oh, right.
And I did like classical, and or maybe it was the because it's Calgary Fiddlers and then the Bow Valley Fiddlers.
Yeah,
is
that's
what
right.
I was,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. And then, so when did you start playing? Well, you played mandolin, and you also play bass.
So I quit violin when I was 11.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to play rock and roll. Because my friend got me an AC/DC album.
Oh
and
my
I
gosh.
was like, I want to play rock. So I started playing bass when I was 12.
Okay.
And then I think we just moved to Edmonton when I was 12. And started playing electric bass. And like, but I feel like throughout that time, my dad was still like, come to bluegrass jams. And so like, I think I started playing bass at bluegrass jams, maybe I was 13 or 14.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
And so it wasn't, like, I mean, I liked it, but it was like kind of more of a chore.
Yeah.
But Paula and my dad and I would do like family, like folk songs and like kind of folk rock and whatever. And so that, and every once in a while he would do a bluegrass song. Mm-hmm. And then finally when I was 18 or 19, he brought me to Nimble Fingers.
Oh, and that's what changed?
And I was like, this is awesome.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
And so now you enjoy playing bass?
Yeah. Well, no, like I always liked playing bass.
Yeah.
Because I played like in the funk band. I had a funk band called Funk Velvet. And then like I'd play like rock stuff with people or whatever. And then, and I would still play like folk songs or whatever. And I'd play upright. But then Nimble Fingers was the first time where, you know, I met all these people singing and playing and jamming till like 4 a.m. and I was like, oh, this is sweet and I want to do this more.
Yeah.
And then the next year, I like learned a bunch of songs to go back to Nimble Fingers and like jam with people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that really changed your kind of perspective on like what music and bass can do within songs and within different genres, I guess, too.
Yeah. Well, and it was, I feel like bass was like my instrument that allowed me to sit in the circle.
Yeah.
To be able to sing. Like, I think singing was the thing that I was like more interested in. And then, like, I was playing bass for funk and stuff. It was fun, but it wasn't the same as funk bass.
It wasn't as much of a challenge, maybe.
Yeah.
For you, yeah.
And then, but then I was like, oh, I can goof around while people are jamming or whatever. And so that's how I'd like practice like different runs and stuff.
Yeah. And when did you start mandolin then?
When was that? Maybe 5 years ago?
I feel like I
don't remember.
Was there at the beginning of your mandolin journey.
Yeah, you were. Well, so, yeah, because my dad always had a mandolin.
Yeah.
And I was like, I would pick it up every once in a while, try to do something, and it'd be fine. And so I was like, oh, well, I can do, like, swing stuff on this.
Yeah.
And then that kind of was, like, the beginning of it, and then I bought one, and then, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I just think you're an amazing, like, singer and bass player, and then now, like, obviously you're amazing at mandolin, too.
Thanks. Well, I'm trying.
Watch out, don't pick up the fiddle now.
Yeah, well, I have been.
I mean, I know.
But I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be sweet to be able, like, I can kind of jam on violin, but the bowing is like, ugh.
I know, bowing's hard.
But then I started playing more mando, and all of a sudden my hands are like lining up better on fiddle, and I'm like, oh. So it's just the bowing pattern that I feel like I have a hard time with.
Yeah.
But then it just like, I don't know. I put it down for a bit, and then I'm like, oh yeah, what were those bowings again?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's one of those violin is just one of those things like, this is the violin, even though this technically is the violin. And like, I have been teaching for a long time, and I've realized, obviously I've been playing too, but I've realized like, if this messes up, this messes up.
Right.
But if this is okay, you can still figure this out, even if it's not perfect, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, violin's crazy. Who has been your biggest musical influence?
As far as bass or anything?
Music, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like I took a lot from Greg.
Yeah.
Just being with him.
Greg Blake?
for like
Yeah.
for like 180 days a year for a couple years. Like
Yeah.
I just like kind of osmosis a lot of his like singing habits and
Yeah.
and Scroggins too, like that whole band. Like I feel like a lot of their playing energy wise,
Yeah.
I learned a lot from that. I don't know. That's a weird one. Because I feel like I don't really settle on like one person. Like I feel like
Yeah. Well, I think your influences can change over time depending
Yeah.
on musical styles, or even like your dad probably was
Yeah.
your biggest musical influence
Yeah,
in
for
a
sure.
way because he was
well,
your dad.
it doesn't
growing
feel.
up.
It doesn't. I guess it is an influence. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel like an influence because we like kind of kept going at the same time. Like at the
Yeah.
beginning, I think it was like a big influence.
Yeah.
And now it's just like we work off of each other, and it's like
Yeah, but that's super cool, and that
Yeah.
can still be influential too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So who would be your favorite, I don't know, bass player, singer, Mando, whatever?
God.
Do you have
I love Stuart Duncan.
Stuart Duncan?
But he's violin.
Me too, I know. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Tristan Scroggins,
Yeah.
and like, yeah, such a force,
Yeah.
and such a crazy sound, and like,
On
yeah,
a Mando.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was cool to get to play with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. On bass, like, everyone's awesome. Like Ethan Jurjevich and Edgar Meyer, and you know,
Yeah.
like all the classic people, like Mark Schatz,
Yeah.
is like super awesome. And I love Steve Roy's playing.
Yeah.
Shout out Steve Roy. But Steve was like, I feel like the first one who like taught me to not take it so seriously, and like seeing him play, it's like, oh man.
Totally. He's the most chilled out, hilarious, but just like real performer or just musician
Yeah.
I've seen in a long time. It's
Yeah.
just like
So
such
easy.
a different kind of vibe.
Yeah. And the Lonesome Ace guys.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the Lonesome Ace. Just like so groovy and like
Yeah.
in the pocket.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so much.
So many amazing
So many,
musicians.
yeah. Yeah.
I know. I don't know how I would even answer that question myself. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard.
Yeah.
But-
Well, that's good. I mean, all those people are
Cool people.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. has been the most interesting place you've traveled to with music?
I think my favorite festival ever, which I mean, 2 songs were written about it, but Dorigo, Australia,
Yeah.
is the coolest camp or festival.
Yeah.
By far. And Australia is like, when I think of like places that I've gone to, Australia was like the most like I often like have nostalgia for like wanting to go back there, and like vivid images of Greg Blake and Ellie and I sitting on the dock and like watching a storm over Melbourne and drinking wine on this dock. Yeah. I think that was the coolest. Norway was sweet.
Oh yeah.
And people in Norway are really cool and really nice. So that was a lot of fun. But like, yeah, so many places. Vashon Island is like amazing, and it's so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many amazing places, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be like the location. It could just be like
people.
I just had a great time with this group of people there, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably why people keep coming back to Nimblefingers too.
Yeah.
And or other camps, and you know, just because the vibe, it doesn't have to be exotic or anything.
Yeah. Northern Lights is in Saskatchewan, and it's like super chill and super fun.
Yeah. Cool. One last question.
Okay.
What's your favorite dessert?
Oh, this is like the hardest one.
So many choices.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'll say ice cream because it's like a staple of my family's.
Yeah.
But peanut butter chocolate Haagen-Dazs ice cream is probably like, I ate too much of it. And maybe it's actually not even my favorite anymore because I ate too much of it, but I really like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Yeah, I'll just say that. Okay. That's the easiest one. There's too many.
Yeah, I know, right?
I love dessert.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Okay,
cool.
sweet.
Thanks so much for doing this, Nico. It's
no
awesome. You're great.
Awesome. You're great, too.
You're great.
Whoa, it's cold. So, me first?
It's cold. You're from Edmonton.
I don't know how to kick. I guess I just go right into it.
Yeah. Something like that?
Start with the 1 since I don't need to count it, I guess.
No, yeah.
Okay.
I know, I forgot what 5 was. D. Why do I keep playing C? I keep thinking it's C.
Because it feels like C is the 1, I guess. I know. That was good.
That was okay. Are you okay
I think it was pretty good, yeah.
Okay. Oh god, that was so stressful.